Now we can get into angles, okay? And I have hand movements for those too. Okay, so the first type of angle that we're going to talk about is a right angle, okay? So let me clip it here so I can show you guys. All right, so I've got a right angle, okay? Now, two words, kind of looks like one. Okay, notice here, an angle is always going to be made up of two lines. Okay, so that's why we just talked about lines. Now, notice what this looks like. What does this shape look like to you? Where have you seen it? Hey, what does it look like to you? Think about it. Okay, I think it looks like an L, right? It looks like a corner. Okay, the piece of the paper. Look here, I got the paper right here. Look at this. It's the piece of the paper, right? That corner right there, or an L, okay? So right angles are kind of all around, okay? Something really cool, right angles only exist in man-made things. So in nature, okay, like think of like a tree growing or vines, you're never gonna see this angle. So if you see a right angle somewhere, you know, hey, a person made that, okay? Just a fun fact. Okay, so a right angle is gonna make that corner. Okay, we can always make sure and check that it's a right angle by taking a piece of paper and checking, hey, is it perfectly 90 degrees? Okay, and we went over protractors and stuff last week, so we're familiar with 90 degrees. Okay, so how do I show and how do I write a right angle? Okay, anytime we have an angle, we're gonna show it with this symbol. Okay, angle, QRS. Okay, and how do we know the order of that? Okay, well, look at our picture. QRS. Okay, we could also call it angle SRQ. Okay, but we just always have to make sure that that R is in the middle because it is. Okay, okay, so a right angle, we can go like this, hopefully you guys can see. All right, is like this. We're gonna make that L with our hands, okay, like we're cheerleaders. All right, L, L for love, okay? So that's our right angle. Now, our other angle, or another one, is an obtuse angle. Okay, obtuse angle. Okay, what is different already about obtuse angle compared to right? Okay, if this, let me move you guys closer. Okay, if this was our right angle, okay, and we always show it with that little square, okay, what is different with my obtuse angle? What do you see different? Okay, I notice that, hey, this does not have that little square like this one did. Okay, it's way larger. Okay, it's a bigger angle. So an obtuse angle is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. Okay, so I think of obtuse and it sounds like big. It sounds like obese and obtuse. Okay, it's just big. It sounds big. Okay, so I think of that, hey, it's bigger than a right angle. Okay, so in the same way we denote our angle here with Q, R, S, we went angle Q, R, S. Look how we write this angle. We say angle, right, our angle symbol, L, M, N. This is an angle, angle L, M, N. Or what was the other way? Angle N, M, L, right? Okay? So that's obtuse. Think, obtuse, I'm so big. I'm bigger than a right angle. Okay? Alright, let's hang that up. Okay. So far we've got point, line, can you see it? Line, all right. Line segment, 2 endpoints. Ray, right? One is straight, one is not. All right. Right angle, make that L. And now we have obtuse angle. Okay, you can start with your L and then say, hey, it's greater than, so make it greater, right? That's my obtuse angle. Okay. All right, we got 2 more. Okay. The third type of angle is a acute angle. Ooh. Okay. Acute. Now, what does it sound like, acute? It sounds like cute. Like, hey, I'm so cute. On a cute angle. Okay. If you're noticing, okay, we're using the right angle as the median. Okay, we're comparing every other angle to the right. So if this is a right angle, okay, and obtuse was bigger than a right angle, what do we think an acute angle is going to be? Okay, smaller than a right angle, right? Okay, and look, it is definitely not, let me take my paper and check. It is definitely not a corner. It is not a right angle. It's smaller. Okay, so that's how we can tell, hey, it's an acute angle. It's smaller than a right angle. Okay, look how we wrote it. Angle, H-I-J. This is an angle, H-I-J. Or J-I-H. Okay, so acute angle is smaller because it's so cute. Okay, the last one is kind of funny, but it's a straight angle. Okay, so a straight angle, what does it look like? It looks like a straight line, right? It looks like a line. I got the 2 arrows, and then it's giving me 3 points on the line. Okay, notice that on the line, it just had 2 points. It had A and B. Okay, the difference between a line and a straight angle is just because it has 3 points. When we're showing an angle, we have to name 3 points, or else it would just be a line, A, B. Okay, so if you get confused with that and you're wondering, well, what do I put? Look at what the question's asking. Is it asking what type of line is this? Okay, is it segment, or is it a line segment? Is it array? Is it just a straight line? Okay, so, or is it saying what type of angle is this? And then you're like, oh, it's a straight angle. Okay, so you kind of got to be careful with that reading there. But straight angle is just 180 degrees. Okay, it's straight angle. And you guys know that, right? It's pretty easy. That's probably one of the easiest ones. It's straight as an angle. Okay, so remember, look how we show it too. Angle, S-T-U. S-T-U. Okay, or angle, U-T-S. Okay, so straight angle is kind of like the easy one. Okay, so straight angle, we could do the same thing like this, okay? You can just think of your points, though, as, what were their points here? We said S-T-U, we could say S-T-U. Those could be your 3 points on your body, okay? So let's go through all our motions one more time, all right? We've got point, line segment. Welcome. Oh, I gotta make sure you guys see it. Line segment, ray, okay, endpoint going through. Then we've got our angles. We've got a right angle. We've got obtuse. We've got acute, right, smaller. You could say, I'm right now, I'm smaller than a right angle. Acute and straight angle. Okay? Make sure you're doing it with me. It's It'll help you learn. Okay. All right. The last bit that we've got going, okay, is parallel line. Okay. So now we've talked about single lines, right? Rays, line segments, lines. Okay. But what happens when we have two lines? Okay. Well, we have names for those too. Okay. So the first type of two lines that we can name is parallel lines. Okay, look at my examples. Okay, what are you noticing? What are you noticing about these lines? Okay, maybe you already read that. They never touch, right? They're not touching. And guess what? If we continued these lines, would they ever touch? Would these ever touch? Would these ever touch? No, right? They wouldn't touch. So that's all about parallel lines. Okay, that's the only thing you gotta remember. There are two lines that are never going to touch. Okay? They just go straight through. Okay, forever and ever. Okay? Oh, and we can show parallel lines like this. Okay? Or like this. So they never touch. Gotta make sure they're not gonna look like they're gonna touch. Okay? Alright. Another type of lines that we have is intersecting lines. Okay, what are you noticing here? Okay, they're crossing, right? They're coming together at one single point. So parallel lines never touched, but intersecting lines do touch. They touch once. Okay? I think of intersecting lines and it reminds me of when you're in the car and you're at an intersection. Okay, why do they call it an intersection? Okay, like you're in the car with your mom or your dad or somebody, and there's the red light, the green light, and then there's other people waiting at the red light too on the other side. And then they're waiting and then your light turns green. So you go through that intersection, right? Okay, well, you're intersecting the other road. Okay, so that's just another way you can connect it to the real world. Okay, so intersecting lines come at one point. Okay, now I got something interesting for you next. Okay, the last type of line is a perpendicular line. Okay, perpendicular lines. All right, what are we noticing? Okay, how are they the same? Okay, they're the same because they're both coming together at one point, right? They're both crossing each other. But what is different? What makes this one different than intersecting? Okay, perpendicular lines form right angles when they cross. Okay, notice it makes like a T shape or a cross shape. Okay, and we can check with our paper. Is that a right angle? Oh, it is. Is it making that L? Yes, it is. So the difference between intersecting and perpendicular lines is that intersecting only cross. They just cross. Doesn't matter about their angles that they form. Perpendicular form that perfect T. Okay? So that's just kind of cool. Okay? All right. So you guys are going to practice, okay? The next 10 questions in the Google form. They're going to be asking questions all about this stuff, okay? I'm going to take pictures of these and put them into the slides so you can use that to help you. All right, and now, one last time, let's go over the hand movements, okay? All right. So, we've got a point. We've got a line. We've got line segment. We got line segment, and we have a ray. All right. We've got right angles. We've got obtuse angles. We have acute angles. We have parallel lines. we have intersecting lines, and we have perpendicular lines. Okay? So you can replay that and then practice, okay? All right. Missed you guys so much, but you guys have a good rest of your week. I'm going to be checking to see that you've done that, okay? And don't make me call your parents to say, hey, you got to get this done, okay? All right, but love you guys.